Yo, what's up, jazz guitar friends? Larry Tambanini here with Jazz Guitar Under 5 Minutes, and you just caught me playing through one of my favorite licks. You know, I believe that playing licks or learning vocabulary is absolutely essential to playing jazz guitar. If you're the kind of person that says they don't play licks, well, okay, you know, I'm really looking forward to hearing you play and hearing your complete original ideas in the music. That's a topic for another discussion. Let's get back to this line. Now, you heard me play, right? And then the second time I went through it, I changed the phrasing and I took the chords out and I just played the eighth notes, right? So there's going to be two ways we talk about playing this lick. I believe it's really important to have a really strong eighth note feel. If you're playing jazz guitar, a lot of the rhythms that you're using are going to be triplets and eighth notes. Triplets can be really, really tough, but eighth notes are a little easier, but absolutely essential to getting a good feel. So when you're trying to play a line, you can take almost any Charlie Parker line or Grant Green lick or Pat Martino line and be able to turn it into an eighth note based line. Take out maybe a little of the triplets and some of the nuance. Break it down a little bit. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play it in eighth notes and then we're just going to try to change it slightly. Because really that's what you're doing to make it sound like you have more language anyway. So check it out. The first part of the line that I played is, you know, playing a 2-5 in C. So I started on this A note and I use this A as a pedal. And you'll basically hear me go, right? A, D, A, C sharp, A, C, A, B. Sounds like the Frank Sinatra song, The Best Is Yet to Come. It really helps to hear these little lines as bits and pieces of other songs because it happens a lot. So let's talk about that real quick. Now, this line comes in on the end of 4. That's super important. When I was starting out, the idea of pickup notes was sort of lost on me. You always think where you're starting is going to be the 1. Sometimes it's not the 1. A lot of the times it's not the 1. So I'm starting this and trying to feel on the end of 4. So in my head, before I play, I want to get to that A note on the end of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, here is where the jazz happens. And I play a line starting off my B flat. I played a lot of altered notes there. Some people would think of this over a G7 as a 2-5 of another key, right? I don't think like that. I think of this as a 5 chord. And these are the alterations that I want to hear. So I'm thinking of this line starting on B flat to B, right? That's kind of like sharp 9 to your 3rd. Very easy to think of this as an A flat minor. But let's really think of this as what it really is and how it pulls against that G7. Again, the first part of my line, that's a really cool sound. And I'm playing the flat 3rd, the 3rd, flat 5, sharp 5, and then your flat 9 on top, right? And then I'm going to my root, back to that sharp 5, 3, and then flat 9 to the root, right? Again, you can think of this as going to the A flat, but you really want to think of this as how it's affecting the notes that everybody's going to be playing and hearing. So those are all those altered notes that you're getting, right? You're getting the flat 9. You're getting the sharp 5. You're getting the flat 9 too, right? You're getting all of it. That's what gives it its characteristic. That's what makes it sound like a lick. Some people might use fancy words like dodeconics or, you know, any kind of superimposition, but really stay on target. You're playing over a G. It's important to just think of those tones, how they relate to the chord you're playing and not some other key at first. All right, so again, I'm putting this line together, and right there's that line again. Now, you'll also notice when I played this line and I played this lick, I sort of played the turnaround. It's really important to, when you're trying to get licks under your belt and you're trying to get this vocabulary and you're trying to learn, it's really important to be able to keep it going. You're not just going to play this one time and have it burned into your brain. So the idea of what I did in the beginning of playing it sort of like... The idea of playing it like that and keeping it going and then taking it back into just the eighth notes is really super important, I think, because when you're playing this live or you're playing this with other people or you're playing by yourself, there's no Xbox or PlayStation achievement that happens after you complete the line. The music's still going. The time is still happening. There are more licks to be played. So you want to keep it going, and if you're practicing in a cycle that's forcing you to just keep playing it, you're only going to get better with repetition. So you start out in that area, right? Maybe you start off playing it just in the eighth notes first. Now, it's really important to have a player or somebody that you really like to steal their eighth note sound. For me, for faster eighth notes, I really, Pat Martino is my guy. For anything like mid-tempo or slow, I really like Dexter Gordon. And I would really try to play, like a layback. Really try to outline those sounds and just really nail that lick a bunch of times. Play it in a bunch of different keys, play it in a bunch of different areas on your guitar. But again, the important thing is to try to get that cycle going while you're playing. You don't want to play it once or twice and then be like, all right, expect it to sort of come out and you're playing. It doesn't work out like that. You got to do it a bunch of times. All right, thanks again for all the amazing support. Up to about 1,150 subscribers. I really appreciate all the amazing support. Thanks. Keep swinging. Bebop.